All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're embarking on a pretty critical quest, unpacking the educator's role in shaping India's future by the year 2047. And look, this isn't just about teaching methods. It's about a fundamental shift in understanding how every single classroom is becoming a building block for the entire nation.
So let's just start with a massive question right off the bat. What does it actually take to build the world's third largest economy? Now, you might think it's all about policies, infrastructure, or big-ticket investments. But the real answer, the one that's at the very heart of it all, it lies in the hands of a nation's educators. To get a sense of the scale here, let's start with a number, 1.5 million. That's the number of schools in India. It is by far the largest formal learning network on the entire planet. The sheer size is just staggering, and it's the bedrock for everything else we're about to discuss. And who's powering this incredible network? Well, that brings us to our next number, 9.6 million teachers. Think about that. Each one isn't just an instructor. They're a potential nation builder, an architect of what's to come. This is the human engine that's driving this whole massive mission.
And who are they guiding? Over 250 million students. And let's be clear, this is not just a statistic. This is the future. This is the workforce, the innovators, the leaders who will quite literally define the India of 2047. The potential sitting in those classrooms is just immense.
So what is the actual mission? What's the end goal? Well, it's really built on what's being called a triple vision. It's three huge, ambitious national goals that all converge and funnel down into one single, powerful mandate for every classroom.
Let's break those three visions down real quick. First, there's Viksit Bharat, the goal of becoming a $30 trillion developed economy by 2047. Second, Atmanirbhar Bharat, achieving true self-reliance in critical sectors like defense and technology. And third, Net Zero 2070, the commitment to becoming carbon neutral. Now, what's the one thing connecting these giant, high-level ideas to on-the-ground reality? It's the educators. You are the ones who translate these visions into actual classroom action day in and day out.
And this brings us right to the core idea of this whole explainer, the educator as a nation builder. Now look, this isn't just some nice, inspiring phrase. It's a strategic reality. You, the educator, are the absolute linchpin in this entire national endeavor.
This quote really just captures it perfectly, doesn't it? It's a powerful recognition of the profound responsibility and, yeah, the profound power that is inherent in the teaching profession. You're literally laying the foundation for tomorrow, and you're starting that work today.
But to really achieve all this, a fundamental shift in mindset is required. The old model of the teacher, the sage on the stage who just stands up and delivers information, that's just not going to cut it anymore. This mission demands a new role, the guide on the side, the one who facilitates, who inspires, who empowers. And honestly, that pivot has never, ever been more urgent.
Okay, so you might be thinking, this sounds huge. How do we actually do this? Great question. Let's get practical. Let's open up the playbook and look at some real, tailored strategies for every single teacher, no matter what subject you're in.
Let's start with our STEM teachers. Your role is evolving. Think of yourself as an innovation architect. You are literally building the technological backbone of a self-reliant, Atmanirbhar India.
For example, a physics lesson on electrolysis isn't just a textbook chapter anymore. It can become a hands-on project exploring India's green hydrogen mission. A biology class can go beyond theory to explore how gene editing tools like CRISPR are actively being used to secure our country's food supply. In mathematics, it becomes the living language of data analytics and cryptography, the very things powering our digital economy. Every lesson can have a direct line to a national goal.
Now, for everyone in the social sciences and humanities, your mission is just as critical. You are building the informed, engaged, and thoughtful citizens that a thriving democracy absolutely depends on. So, a geography class can start mapping the real-world, local effects of climate migration. History stops being just about memorizing dates and becomes a deep analysis of India's evolving role in global forums like the G20. And an economics class can move past abstract theories to have students design practical circular economy models for their own local communities.
And for our language, literature, and ICT teachers, you are shaping the digital storytellers. You're the ones cultivating the communication skills and the digital fluency that will define India's voice on the global stage.
I mean, your classrooms can bridge ancient wisdom from texts like Kautilya's Arthashastra with modern-day economics. You can transform computer labs from places of passive learning into active startup incubators. You can explain world-changing innovations like India's digital public infrastructure. You are building both deep cultural roots and powerful digital wings.
Now, there is one mission that cuts across every single subject, a mission that unites every educator, and that's the Green Teacher Mandate. This way of thinking positions every teacher as a guardian of our shared net zero future.
And here's how you do it. It starts with integrating small, daily actions from the Lifestyle for Environment or LIFE mission. It means weaving carbon literacy into every subject. It means taking learning outdoors to connect with the local ecosystem. And it means being a champion for a green culture across the entire school. In this new paradigm, every teacher is also a sustainability officer.
As you can see, all of this really points back to that one core transformation in the very identity of the teacher, that fundamental shift we talked about, from the sage on the stage to the guide on the side. And the difference is absolutely crucial. The focus is shifting away from just delivering information and focusing on exams. The new role is all about facilitating innovation, nurturing critical thinking, and driving real-world impact. It's a massive move from teaching kids what to think to inspiring them on how to innovate.
Okay, this all sounds huge. I get it. A little overwhelming, maybe? So let's make it concrete. Let's make it actionable. Here is your 2047 Action Roadmap, a clear path that shows how small steps you take today lead directly to that victory in 2047.
The journey really does start now, today, by simply auditing your classroom and finding ways to link your lessons to these national goals. In the first term, you could integrate 1 or 2 key goals from the National Education Policy. Within a year, maybe you lead a green certification drive. By year 2, your students' projects could be creating a measurable impact in your community. Step by step, this is how we get there. The 2047 goal is achieved because of the work that you start today.
I want you to let this one really sink in. Every single choice you make in your classroom, every project you assign, every question you ask, it's a brick. It's a brick being laid in the foundation of a developed India. Your daily work has absolutely monumental significance.
And so, we'll end with a question for you to reflect on. As you stand there in your classroom, how will you personally balance the need for global curriculum standards with these powerful national goals? Your answer to that question will help write the next chapter of India's story.